I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Last night's All-Star game was probably one of the most boring All-Star weekends, quote unquote, of all time because it was just terrible. 100%, nothing going on, no excitement, no energy, and that's what I'm here to talk about, bro. The night started off with the skills challenge, which is one of the worst challenges that, like, I'm sorry, man, no disrespect to the skills challenge, but it's just a bad competition. It's boring. I don't care about the skills competition. None of the players care about the skills competition. There's just like no. Listen, bro. It's one thing to be in a dunk contest. It's one thing to be in a 3-point contest. But a skills challenge, like when it comes to like end of the year, like end your career accolades, no one ever says. People could say you wanted slam dunk champion. You were a slam dunk champion. People will say, oh, you were a 3-point champion. But no one will ever say, oh, he was a skills champion. Like, no one cares, bro. Like, it's just so pointless. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, it's a little bit interesting every once in a while, but it was just completely boring this year. You can see even the players weren't into it, and to be honest, it was just a waste of time. Next was a 3-point contest, which is probably the best thing that happened that entire night. I'm sorry, bro. And to be honest, the contest wasn't even that good, but it was just so entertaining, especially with Steph Curry proving to people that he's the greatest shooter of all time. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. He is the greatest shooter of all time. Stop trying to come up with this. Oh, it might be Ray Allen. It might be this or that. He's the best shooter of all time. End the story, all right? But he went back. He proved that to people because he lost the bet the last couple of years. So I was glad to see him kind of prove himself again. So that's all I had to say about that. But next up came the dunk contest. I'm gonna talk about the All-Star game after it. But let's start talk about this dunk contest. Now, to be honest, I'm gonna say it straight out. Obi Toppin got robbed. Yeah, I think he had better dunks. Don't get me wrong, his dunks weren't amazing, but his dunks were definitely better than kissing the rim. Like, what the hell was that, bruh? Overall, the dunk contest was pretty trash in general. I mean, none of the players seemed to really care for it. Not even Zach LaVine was making a big deal about it. And to be honest, I think it's because the fans weren't there. Let's be honest, bro. Like, the dunk contest and basically all these competitions in general are built, and All-Star game in general, and All-Star weekend is built for the fans, man. And when there's no fans there's like 2,500 fans in there. It sounded like there was no fans in there. They might as well have just invited no one, bro. Like, no one was making any noise. It was just boring, bro. I'm sorry, but without any fans, the dunk contest is basically just almost a layup line contest, bro. Like, even the commentators are trying their best to make it sound good and sound entertaining, but they're just like, okay, like it was just bad, bro. Like, it was just bad. Next, we go into the game, and the game was as bad as the dunk contest, as bad as the skills competition, and as bad as basically this entire day, alright? It was terrible. You know, to be fair, coming into this, I was pretty hesitant about Team Durant because, I mean, I'm sorry, Team Durant is a good amount, it has some good players on it, but, like, compare that to Team LeBron, and it's ridiculous, bruh. Like, I don't know what he's doing when he was drafting, but anyway, moving that aside, they are all stars, and they should all be able to perform, but it didn't happen. Obviously, Joel Embiid wasn't able to make it to the game. KD was injured. I think if they were both there, the game would have been a lot closer and a lot more fun to watch. So that definitely did affect it. Ben Simmons, you didn't really make much of an effect, so you're saying, oh, we don't really care. But I will say that this game was a blowout for most of the time. I didn't really care for it. Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't really care for this entire long-ass day anyway, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I was paying attention to the first couple things that happened in the day, but by the time we get to the All-Star game, I was basically kind of out of it. I was kind of tired at that point, so I'm glad that this is the only year they're really going to do this. They definitely need to bring back the All-Star weekend stuff. You know, I understand they decided to put it into one day so they don't have to worry about many people catching the virus, but I do think that this is something that they hopefully never do again, and honestly, they shouldn't even had an All-Star game this weekend, so never do this again. Please just stop. There's no fans in the arena. It's terrible. It's boring. I know you guys want money and stuff, but I'm sorry, but the players aren't interested. LeBron's eating granola bars on the bench and shit. Some players are getting like 13 minutes a game. I remember like Sabonis had like 13 minutes a game. Randall got 13 minutes a game. Kawhi had 8 points. Like, no one cared, bro. No one was putting their heart into this game because no one wanted to be there. No one agreed with having the All-Star game. And to be honest, it was just a flunk this entire weekend. Will I say it was the worst of all time? No, because the circumstances around it kind of gave it a little bit of a pass. But I will say that this All-Star game and All-Star weekend in general, it was probably one of the most unentertaining weekends ever.